Hello friends, welcome to Shorthand Hangover, legal dictation number 4 for various court exams. Get ready, start. A plain reading of section 313 of the CRPC would demonstrate that the question under clause 1A is discretionary. It empowers the court to put such question to the accused as the court considers necessary for the purpose of enabling him personally to explain any circumstance appearing in evidence against him at any stage without previously warranting. However, Clause 1b empowers the court to question the accused on the case after the witnesses or the prosecution has been examined and before is called upon for his defense. It casts a duty on the court to give an opportunity to the accused to explain the incriminating material against him. Stop para. The attention of the accused must specifically be brought to inculpatory pieces of evidence to give him an opportunity to offer an explanation if he chooses to do so. Therefore, the court is under a legal obligation to put the incriminating circumstances before the accused and solicit his response. This provision is mandatory in nature and casts an imperative duty on the court and confers a corresponding right on the accused to have an opportunity to offer an explanation for such incriminatory material appearing against him. Circumstances which were not put to the accused in his examination under section 313 CRPC cannot be used against him and have to be excluded from consideration. Stop para. Under section 313 CRPC, the accused should have been given opportunity to explain any of the circumstances appearing in the evidence against him, at least the various items of evidence which had been produced by the prosecution should have been put to the accused in the form of question and he should have been given opportunity to give his explanation. No such opportunity was given to the accused in the instant case. We deprecate the practice of putting the entire evidence against the accused put together in a single question and giving an opportunity to explain the same, as the accused may not be in a position to give a rational and intelligent explanation. The trial judge should have kept in mind the importance of giving an opportunity to the accused to explain the adverse circumstances in the evidence, and the section 313 examination shall not be carried out as an empty formality. It is only after the entire evidence is unfurled the accused would be in a position to articulate his defense and to give explanation to the circumstances appearing in the evidence against him. Such an opportunity being given to the accused is part of a fair trial, and if it is done in slipshod manner, it may result in imperfect appreciation of evidence. Stop para. It confers a valuable right upon an accused to establish his innocence and can well be considered beyond a statutory right as a constitutional right to a fair trial under Article 21 of the Constitution, even if it is not to be considered as a piece of substantive evidence not being on oath under Section 313, subsection 2 CRPC. The importance of this right has been considered time and again by this court, but it yet remains to be applied in practice, as we shall see presently in the discussion to follow. Stop. Hope you like the dictation. If you like the dictation, please like, subscribe, share with other. Press the bell icon for more updates. Thank you.